Hello friends, I am Dr. Madhukar Jadhav. Today we are going to study regarding details of dairy industry. So the content for the today's lecture: introduction, sources of wastewater from dairy, characteristics of wastewater of dairy, and treatment for the wastewater of the dairy industry waste. So starting with introduction, dairy industries have grown in most of the countries because of the demand in milk and milk products. This rise has led to the growth of dairy industries. The dairies collect milk from the producers, farmers, and then either simply bottle it for marketing or produce different milk products. The wastewater discharged from this industry contains high concentration of nutrients, chemical oxygen demand, biological oxygen demand, total suspended solids, and organic and inorganic solids, which can cause serious environmental problem if not properly treated. Wastewater volume from dairy industry is about 3 meter cube per meter cube of milk produced. Next one, sources of wastewater in dairy. Wastewater originates from receiving station, bottling plant, cheese plant, butter plant, casein plant, condensed milk plant, dried milk plant, and ice cream plant. So these are the different products which are manufactured in dairy. So depending upon that, the wastewater will be generated from various we can say plants. Also in dairy industry, wastewater comes from the softening plants also. So we will see these one by one. Receiving station. Milk is received in receiving station and after inspection emptied into a weighing vat. It is sampled and loaded into tank cars for transport to the bottling plant. The empty cans are rinsed, washed, sterilized and are returned to the farmers. So wastewater first source is the we can say receiving station. Next one is the bottling plant. The milk received from the receiving station is processed. The processing includes cooling, clarification, filtration, pasteurization and the bottling. The wastewater originates from the above two operations, from washing of the bottles, cases, cans and processing equipments and the floors of the plant. Wastewater contains milk drippings, chemicals used for cleaning containers and the equipments. Next one, cheese plant or cheese factory. The milk is pasteurized and cooled and placed in a vat where starters, that is lactic acid producing bacterial culture and rennet enzyme rennin used to cordial the milk. This separates the casein of the milk in the form of the curd. The whey is withdrawn and the curd is compressed to remove the excess whey from that. Other ingredients includes cream are then added and cheese blocks are cut and packed for the sale. Wastewater from this section includes discarded whey and the wash water used for cleaning vats, equipments, floors, etc. Next one, wastewater from creamery process. The whole milk is preheated above 30 degrees centigrade to separate the cream from the milk, then centrifuged to separate the cream. In butter plant, cream is pasteurized and may be ripened with a selected acid and the bacterial culture. This is then churned at a temperature above 7 to 10 degrees centigrade to produce the butter granules. The buttermilk is drained out and butter is washed and after standardization packed for the sale. Buttermilk, wash water used to clean the churns and small quantity of butter forms the wastewater from this particular section. Next one, sources of wastewater from skimmed milk. Skimmed milk is then sent for bottling for human consumption. Condensed section, whole milk or other dairy products are evaporated to obtain the concentrated products. For example, unsweetened milk, sweetened milk, non-fat milk, whey, buttermilk, etc. Dry milk powders are produced by evaporation followed by drying by either roller process or spray process. The dry milk plant waste consists of chiefly the wash water used to clean containers and the equipments. In addition to the wash water from all the above sources, some amount of contaminated cooling water come as a wastewater, and this is often recycled in the dairy industry. Next one, characteristics of dairy industry wastewater. The pH may be in the range of 6.5 to 8.5. Then alkalinity may be in the range of 300 to 600. TDS will be in the range of 1000 to 1200. Suspended solids will be in the range of 500 to 1000. BOD may be in the range of 1000 to 1900. COD may be 1500 to 3000 mg per liter. Total nitrogen will be 70 to 80 mg per liter. Phosphorus will be 10 to 60 mg per liter. Chlorides will be 100 mg per liter and oil and grease will be 200 to 300 mg per liter. So, these are the various characteristics of dairy industry wastewater. Next one, effects of dairy industry wastewater on receiving streams. Dairy industry wastewater is organic in nature and slightly alkaline when fresh. If it is discharged into river, rapid depletion takes place. Also, growth of sewage fungi covering bottom of the stream and hydraulic structures may occur. Wastewater also carries bacteria responsible for tuberculosis. In absence of DO, lactose get converted to lactic acid and precipitation of casein occurs. Decomposition of casein under anaerobic condition leads to odor and black sludge formation takes place in the water body. At certain dilutions can be toxic to the fish life also. Combined treatment of dairy and domestic wastewater is possible if the quantity of sewage is 10 times than the dairy wastewater. However, the dairy waste should be discharged in fresh condition, otherwise may cause corrosion of the sewers carrying the sewage. Next one, treatment of dairy industry wastewater. Due to the low COD and BOD ratio, it can be treated effectively by biological treatment. Wastewater contains essential nutrients for the bacterial growth. Due to intermittent nature of the wastewater discharge, it is desirable to provide equalization tank with or without aeration. Aeration in equalization tank eliminates the odor during conversion of lactose to lactic acid and also helps in breaking size of the suspended organic matter which are present in the waste. It may also reduce BOD by about 50% in aeration tank. Provision of oil and grease trap is necessary as a pre-treatment to remove the fats and other greasy substances which are present in dairy industry. Treatment of dairy industry wastewater continues. High rate trickling filter activated sludge plant can be effectively used for treatment of wastewater. When sufficient land is available, low cost treatment options such as oxidation ditch, aerated lagoons, stabilization pond can also be economical for treatment of dairy industry wastewater. Oxidation ditch with food to microorganism ratio of 0.2 kg per kg of MLSS with MLSS concentration of 4000 mg per liter and aeration period of 1.5 days can give BOD removal efficiency of 95 to 98%. Stabilization pond treatment with 12 days SRT 550 to 585 kg BOD per hectare per day will give 60 to 75% BOD removal efficiency. Anaerobic treatment or anaerobic lagoons with 7 days HRT, that is hydraulic retention time, 3 meter depth will give 90% efficiency at organic loading rate of 0.48 kg COD per cubic meter day. USAB, a flow anaerobic sludge blanket reactor with 3 to 5 kg COD per cubic meter per day with HRT of 12 to 18 hours plus activated sludge treatment excluding aeration can also be possible for dairy industry wastewater. So, this is the flow sheet for dairy industry treatment plant. It was used in past days. So, it includes first of all screening, grease trap, equalization tank, then primary sedimentation, oxidation ditch, 2 oxidation ditches, then secondary sedimentation tank and the final treated wastewater from the dairy industry. Now, here recirculation is there which goes to the PSD and excess goes for the digester and from digester for sludge drying beds. Next one, in present days the sequence of treatment used is screen chamber, grease trap, equalization tank, neutralization tank and then UASB treatment. After that aeration tank is there and the secondary sedimentation. Recirculation is there and this is the treated effluent which has good quality, can be discharged directly, and this sludge goes for the sludge drying blade. So, this is regarding dairy industry, sources of waste in dairy industry, then treatment of dairy industry wastewater. So, this is sufficient in this lecture. Thank you.